Hey there! My friend Hiren Sir from India contacted me and he said, I made some new pens, Magna Carta. Would you like to try one? I said, let's do it. So he sent me this. It's called the Magneye. Magna and then I. Anyway, there's 3 finishes. This is a very nice one. I thought that I selected. It's a larger pen, and the maker of these pens was very excited because they have a number 8 nib, number 8 steel nib. So I think we'll have a couple of things to talk about. I'll show you the parts of the pen, I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's get started. Okay, the Magna Carta Magneye comes in this box. This is a cardboard outer sleeve, and then you have the actual box with a little pen wrapper in it. This is very soft material, and this really looks like the type of coffin you would put Lenin in or something, because it has this plexiglass as a side, and you could put paperwork in there or smuggle things in it. Okay, Magna Carta. I'm sorry, I think I just hit my microphone, for which I do apologize. The Magneye. It's a big pen, comes in 3 finishes, it's a nice resin, and it's a big pen, right? It's girthy and it's big. This is a Pilot Metropolitan. I really like this cerulean material. I think it's beautiful, nice mix of turquoise and purple, which I think works very well. The parts of the pen. Did I say the pen is $180? So that's coming from India, so I think it's a reasonably fair price for what you get. It's a fine, medium or broad nib, and it's a cartridge converter filled pen. Okay, we have the Magna Carta logo on the finial, which I think is quite nice. We have a nice ring there, and as well as here at the bottom. We have a clip that is nice and springy, and then significant chunky cap. We have this barrel, which has a nice ink window. The ink window kind of makes me think you could use it as an eyedropper filled pen, which I know is a question some people will have. And here at the bottom, that's just a flat end cap. You unscrew the pen and you see the wonderful number 8 steel nib that the owner of the brand was very proud of, and I think they're very cool. Number 8 nib with an ebonite feed. This one I wanted to say was medium, but now I'm a little confused. No, I actually think I asked for a broad nib, but it seems to be unmarked. Sorry, it's been a while. I've been playing with it a lot, now I forget. I think it was a broad. Ebonite feed, nice big number 8 nib, section that tapers out, flares out a little bit, and then you have that ink window. Now, as far as I can tell, this metal ring is not present on the inside. You don't actually see any metal. This looks like a solid rod that was drilled into. So in other words, I think you might be able to get away with using this as an eyedropper filled pen, and then you put some silicone grease there, but I haven't tried it, so forgive me for that. Big section, long section, threads, but they're not sharp. I actually find them very pleasant. Enough space for you to hold on to. Pen does not post, but it's really not necessary to post this either in my mind, because that is a solid chunk of pen. Let's see how the pen writes. Here we have a Magna Carta Magneye. This is, I'm going to go with broad. It's not the broadest broad, and the ink is of course the one and only B.R.E. brown. I have in the past I have used 2 other Magna Carta pens, and both of those nibs were somewhat on the dry side. With this one, I actually did not find it to be dry. Over the fox, lazy dog. Okay, a bit of fast writing. The nib has a little bit of feedback, but it's not scratchy. It's the kind of, like, this is a fountain pen nib feedback. I like it. No means scratchy. Nice, and as I said, on the wetter side. I've seen some Magna Cartas, this for example, the Emotions, which is drier. This one is, I think, really quite nice. Truly round nib, no line variation, no stubbiness. Fairly long tines, so very carefully, it's not a flex nib, but you could squeeze out a bit of line variation if you wanted to. Reverse writing is possible and definitely makes the nib, I would say, a grade finer than it is right way up, and you can definitely get away with a couple of words before you run out of ink. So that's quite nice. I think it's a fun pen. It's large, it's relatively affordable, and it has a big nib and a cool ink window. So let's talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like? What do I not like about the Magneye? I've been playing with this for weeks now, and I haven't found a whole lot of things I don't like. So I'm going to cover my likes first. I think at $180 you get a lot for your money. It's a well-made pen. It's a large pen, right? It's not small. You get a number 8 nib, which a lot of people like, with an ebonite feed, which is very cool. It's a steel nib, but in my mind there's nothing wrong with a good steel nib, and this is a good steel nib. I personally like the simplicity of the nib. It just has the Magna Carta logo on it, and that's all there's to it. I like that. Very simple, very clean. Bigger pen, cartridge converter filled. I love that it has an ink window. I see no reason, but don't quote me on it, I have not tried this. I see no reason not to eyedropper this. It looks to me like this is a solid rod, so I mean not solid because it has a hole in it. Yeah, but I mean it's like one part and this metal ring, I don't see that on the inside. So I feel you might be able to get away with filling this with ink, putting some silicone grease on those threads, and you're ready to go. In which case the ink window would be very cool. I wanted to try it out before the review and I completely forgot. Oh dear, I'm only human. I'm so sorry. Nothing I can do, innit? Okay, so there is that. Big, I find it comfortable. Things I don't like so much. Not a lot. It doesn't post, but if it would post, I mean, it's pretty big to begin with. I don't feel the need to post. I don't really have any strong dislikes. I felt that the pen and I clicked. We worked together well. It was all fine. Everything worked. So that's great. What I would point out as one thing, and it is a tiny thing, the issue with the number 8 nib is it is huge. And I think the section and the nib are about the same size, which aesthetically might put some people off. The simple solution is don't buy the pen if that's the case for you. But I could see how for some people they'd say, yeah, but that's almost too much. I don't like it. Well, then don't buy it. Okay? If you're not put off by that, I haven't been. It's a nice, comfortable section. It's big enough for me. There are some threads. I don't find them particularly sharp, especially because the section is quite big enough to hold on to. I think you get a very nice pen for the price. So that's what I would say. Mr. Hiren, thank you so much for sending me the pen. I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this. So I'm having fun with it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me know what you think of the pen and what you think of number 8 nibs, because they're the buzz out there, innit? So I would like to hear what you think. I'll gladly see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!